Hi, my name is Philip Hundle. I'm an attorney in Wharton County. Our law firm serves Wharton County and surrounding counties in Texas. Today I'd like to talk about condemnation and eminent domain proceedings. Landowners are oftentimes faced with or are approached by companies that are seeking to condemn or take your land. As a landowner, you have rights, and I'd like to go over your rights and the process today. In this day and age, we hear a lot about infrastructure. Infrastructure can come in many shapes and sizes and forms, from power lines to pipelines to roadways. And if you're a landowner and you are confronted with or contacted by one of these companies or their agents about seeking an easement or right-of-way from you, you will most likely be faced with a condemnation proceeding if an arrangement isn't worked out. So let's talk about that. Can a company or does a private company have the right to take your property? The answer is maybe, and it's if that private company, be it a pipeline company or a power line company, has the authority, governmental authority to acquire your land for a public use, and that's, I'll use it in quotations, a public use. If it's been determined that the activity that the private company is seeking to accomplish by taking your properties for a public use, then yes, it's very possible that they have the right or the authorization to condemn your property. And if they do, then there are definitely some rights as a landowner that you have, and there's a process that you need to understand. First, determining if the company has the right to condemn or not. Normally, the company will present you with an order approving condemnation or a letter approving condemnation from some governmental entity. And if they do, then they have the right to condemn your property. But they have to follow certain rights that are set out in the Texas Property Code, Chapter 21. One of which is presenting you with a landowner's bill of rights. And typically, it will be presented to you in this form in English and then also in Spanish. And these are two copies or two examples of those. In the process, typically in the beginning, the pipeline company will provide you with an appraisal or evaluation of your property. And that the intention there is to give you an idea what they believe your property is worth and probably what they're willing to pay you for either acquiring your property or an easement or right to use your property. And if that amount of compensation is agreeable to you, then you may have a deal. But I stress that don't enter lightly into an agreement with a company without better understanding your legal rights. And that would be by contacting an attorney who is very familiar with the condemnation process. And by exploring your rights, you will better understand also the legal implications of that legal document that they're wanting you to sign, be it a right-of-way agreement, easement agreement, or a deed that would actually convey your property right to the private company. Once you understand your legal rights and the process and are familiar with your landowner's bill of rights, then you can delve into more of the calculation of damages or what you believe your property is worth and how much the activities on your property will harm your remaining property if the private company is only taking a portion of your land. So there definitely needs to be a discussion with your legal representation about damages, and those can be monetary or even non-monetary damages or remedies that you're seeking. Next, I'm going to pick up with more of the legal process if you cannot reach an agreement with the private company.